Welcome to the National Association of Conservation Districts 2025 Stewardship Week. And this year's topic is habitats, and our theme is Home is Where the Habitat Is. I'm Gary Blair, National Association of Conservation Districts President. NACD has been celebrating Stewardship Week since 1955. Between the last Sunday in April and the first Sunday in May has become a time to reflect on how important our natural resources are to everyday life. Habitats is the theme for 2025, focusing on the important factors of every living thing that needs to thrive and be healthy. All plants and wildlife need food, water, shelter, a beneficial arrangement of these natural resources, and room to live and grow. Habitat is home of plants and wildlife everywhere. As we celebrate Stewardship Week, not just now, but all year, think about what habitat is, because home is where the habitat is.
Welcome to the National Association of Conservation Districts 2025 Stewardship Week. This year's topic is habitats. I'm Michelle Delapine with the West Multnomah Soil and Water Conservation District located in Portland, Oregon. What is a habitat? A habitat is anywhere a living thing finds food, water, shelter, and space to live and grow in. Habitat is home to plants and animals everywhere. Forests provide diverse and complex habitats for a wide variety of species. Healthy forests include a mix of ages, sizes, and species of trees. This includes both living trees and dead trees. Cavities in dead trees provide homes for birds and mammals, while logs on the ground provide habitat for reptiles, amphibians, and insects. Sometimes plants and animals from other places are introduced into the forest and can cause harm, like garlic mustard. These are invasive species and need to be managed by people. You wouldn't want an uninvited guest in your house, would you? Because after all, home is where the habitat is.
Welcome to the National Association of Conservation Districts 2025 Stewardship Week. Our theme this year, Home is Where the Habitat Is. I'm Dustin Kruger with the Stutsman County Soil Conservation District in North Dakota. One of our most critical habitats are wetlands. Wetlands are low-lying areas saturated in water, either seasonally or permanently. Wetlands are found along waterways and in floodplains. They are home to many special species of plants and animals and important stops along the migratory bird highways. I'm at the Arrowwood National Wildlife Refuge, and behind me is a Pacific wetland we call a prairie pothole. Prairie potholes are poshmark depressions in the landscape found most often in the upper Midwest, especially North Dakota, South Dakota, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. Some prairie pothole marshes are temporary while others are permanent. These soggy areas provide habitat for amphibians, reptiles, insects, plants, and give traveling waterfowl a cozy place to stay overnight. Prairie pothole wetlands are a special place where a diverse community of plants and wildlife live, because home is where the habitat is.
Welcome to the National Association of Conservation Districts 2025 Stewardship Week.
This is Kaylin Palomares, rock star conservation planner and educator with Racine County Land and Water Conservation in Wisconsin, and this year's topic is habitats. Behind her is one of the 5 Great Lakes, Lake Michigan. The Great Lakes are diverse ecosystems that support rare and unique habitats not found anywhere else in the world. These habitats are home for a huge number of special plants and animals. Great Lakes coastal wetlands capture, store, and process excess nutrients. These critical habitats protect shorelines and provide a home for many species.
Aquatic food webs in the Great Lakes support ecologically and culturally important fish populations that in turn support indigenous, commercial, and recreational fisheries. However, urban and agricultural development, pollution, invasive species, and other factors can impair the health of the Great Lakes species and their habitats. You wouldn't want any of this in your home, would you? Lake Michigan, like all of the Great Lakes, is a beautiful place for plants, animals, and humans to live, because home is where the habitat is.
Welcome to the National Association of Conservation Districts 2025 Stewardship Week. This year's topic is habitats. I'm Tim Robinson of the Burlington County Soil Conservation District in New Jersey. Today, I am in the New Jersey Pine Barrens, a unique ecosystem in southern New Jersey. The Pine Barrens feature a mosaic of habitats including pine and oak uplands, Atlantic white cedar swamps, pine plains, savannas, and streams that support a diverse array of plants and animals adapted to acidic and low nutrient conditions. The understory in these forests feature scrub oak, mountain laurel, low blueberry, and sweet fern. Low-lying plants like lichens, mosses, ferns, and sub-shrubs like bearberry and teaberry are common on the ground and provide homes for birds, reptiles, amphibians, and insects. Other types of habitats like Atlantic white cedar and hardwood swamps, pitch pine lowland forest, shrub swamps, marshes, and pine barren savannas all provide important sources of food, water, shelter, beneficial arrangement of resources, and room to grow. The New Jersey Pine Barrens is a special place for plants and wildlife because, after all, home is where the habitat is.
I'm Dawn Salcido with the Triangle Natural Resource Conservation District in Arizona. Here in Skull Valley, we have habitat characterized by arid or semi-arid grasslands with drought-resistant grasses, shrubs, and succulent plants adapted to dry climates. These valuable homes for wildlife often occur as transitional zones between deserts and other ecosystems like woodlands, chaparral, or plains grasslands. The soils here are typically sandy or rocky with limited moisture availability, which makes them mostly unsuitable for farming, but these hardy grasslands are excellent for ranching and grazing. Livestock can be an important part of managing our arid and semi-arid grassland habitats because they mimic the grazing herds of the American bison that are absent from the landscape now. Grazing can reduce wildfire risk, renew the nutrient cycle, and prevent invasive plant species from taking hold. Livestock and native wildlife can thrive together because home is where the habitat is.
Welcome to the National Association of Conservation Districts 2025 Stewardship Week. This year's topic is habitats. I'm Vicki Wheeler.
And I'm Audrey Cupers, and we're with the Okeechobee Soil and Water Conservation District here in Florida. Lake Okeechobee and its surrounding wetlands are a vital part of the Greater Everglades ecosystem and plays a crucial role in South Florida's water supply and flood control.
These wetlands are at the heart of the Greater Everglades, stretching from the Kissimmee River to Florida Bay. The lake is a shallow body of water with extensive marsh systems that support an amazing variety of wildlife. Wetlands are important to the wildlife and people because they act like a sponge that catches and slowly releases floodwater and are also a filter that keeps our waters clear and healthy.
The lake's marshes are a paradise of biodiversity, where birds like the endangered Everglades snail kite makes a home, wading birds like roseate spoonbill speed and tricolored herons catch fish in the shallows. Wetland plant communities fill almost 1/3 of the lake, providing prime habitat for ducks, wading birds, and other wildlife that rely on the lake's vast marsh for food. Food, water, shelter, and a beneficial arrangement of these resources and room to live and grow are all the ingredients for good habitat, because after all, home is where the habitat is.
Welcome to the National Association of Conservation Districts 2025 Stewardship Week. This year's topic is habitats. We are the Park family and we live in
Oasis County Soil and Water Conservation District here in South Texas. Estuaries are vital habitats where freshwater rivers meet the ocean. This mix of fresh and salty waters are called brackish. Brackish estuaries are often called the nurseries of the sea because they provide critical habitat for many animals, including fish, shellfish, and migratory birds. Estuaries are dynamic environments that are constantly changing due to tides, rainfall, and river flow.
The mudflats may look empty when the tide is out. That layer of smelly black mud conceals a whole community of worms, crabs, and shrimp. Long-billed shorebirds feed on these burrowers during the low tide and are joined by hungry fish, snails, crabs, and others as the tide rises.
In calm shallows of the coastal bays, seagrasses grow in large beds. Turtlegrass, Norwegian grass, and shoal grasses all find homes in these productive habitats. Migratory waterfowl feed on seagrasses and snails. Small fish and young fish find food and shelter there.
On the Texas coast, salt marshes, mangrove forests, seagrass beds, mud flats, and oyster reefs all provide home for amazing plants, fish, and wildlife.